Hey guys, it is time for my January bullet journal setup in this beautiful burgundy journal by Mellow Days. I have been using those for a couple of years now and they still remain my favorites. To get some inspiration about what theme to do, I was flipping through my 2024 bullet journal and I really liked the August theme, especially the left side of the spread, but I also wanted to try something without the calendar being on the cover page this time. That meant I had quite a lot of space to work with, which is more often than not more difficult for me than having a limited space to decorate. I am using couple sticker books by Izabova. I love using her stickers and this girl was calling to me. So, of course, I had to use her and she became a reference for everything else in this spread. I looked through my washi tapes and because the girl's dress is slightly purple, I am not sure it is visible in the footage, but trust me, it is. I pulled out all of my purple washi tapes and a blue one and some neutrals and I started positioning everything on the page. I can't do this often because I use sticker sheets quite a lot and it is sometimes difficult to envision what the page will really look like. I started with the book pages and then I added the washi tapes. These are usually easily removed and replaced, so I did not think much about how exactly to place them, but surprisingly it turned out looking okay at the first try. You can see the January title floating on the page as well, but I did not like how it looked on the page, so I printed more designs, also in different color, and I will end up using one of those later. While I loved the colors in here, it was all very muted and sad, and these orange flowers, despite being very vibrant, somehow worked with the page for me. I placed them in the lower half of the spread, but I kept backing on in case I change my mind later. Spoiler alert, I did not. And just like that, I steered away from the purple, blue and cream color palette to a slightly warmer one, which now makes the girl maybe standing out too much. But I'd like to think I somehow managed to pull out the purple colors from her dress while pushing the dark blues to the background. Blue January title would probably make her stand out more, but after adding those orange flowers, I did not really like it anymore, so I tried this lighter one and it was a good move. There were two fonts I could not decide between, but as you can see, I went with the individual letters, mostly because it is easier to make the title go across the pages. And now, as always, I had a hard time figuring out what to do with the rest of the page. That always happens, guys, but thankfully this time I did not have to strip everything down as I did with my December setup. And after a short brainstorming session, I simply added a space to write 3 goals for the month. I am not the writing my goals down person, but sometimes it's fun and it's January, it's New Year and all that, and I am sure I can come up with 3 goals. I made them go across the pages, even though it might be more difficult to write in there, only because it looked the best. I spent a long time staring at this spread, trying to figure out what to do with it, and this seemed the best solution. For the goals title, I used orange letters from Mochi Bujo Advent Calendar. I wish these letters were bigger, but these were the only orange ones I had, and I wanted to use something orange to match those flowers. And then I spent another embarrassingly long time on filling in the empty space on the right side. This is not what I aimed to do, but I think this spread turned out really nice. Much better than I expected when I was halfway in the process. On the next page will be my January calendar. For the majority of 2024, I have been doing this small one-page calendar, but this time I felt like changing it up and I am doing the biggest calendar I could fit onto the spread. Will I fill it by the end of the month? Probably not, but I am really happy to have a bit more writing space this time. I am doing individual boxes, which is time consuming, but I don't really mind. Once again, I am using book pages for decoration. I love using those in my journals. And let's use one of the purple washi tapes as well, because I really like it. And a blue one, because why not? Because I have bigger calendar boxes this time, I can finally use these day of the week stickers. They are so pretty, but each sticker is roughly 4.5 squares wide, and my calendars were always too small. Until today. I added more washi tape and more stickers, and I was not sure what to do with the blank section on the left. It would have been too small for notes or monthly to-do list, so I just put here one of the January titles I had printed before. For the numbers in the calendar, I had once again a dilemma which color to use. To be fair, whichever would have been fine, really. I am just really undecisive. I want to add more color to the calendar because it takes up a lot of space. So I am coloring in important squares / days of the month. Let's first color in the Sundays because those are the days I release new YouTube videos. Also, I am coloring in name days, so I don't forget on my friends or family. And I use my 2025 bullet journal as a reference here because I did not have time to rewrite everything in this new one yet. I plan on coloring in more days as the month goes on to highlight everything important or just anything nice really that happened. This calendar style is new to me, but I love how it looks and I hope I will like using it as well. Next we have a few trackers, but first I am decorating the page so I could put the titles on. I am so happy I chose these purple washi tapes for January because I enjoy them so much and I don't use them enough. On the left page there will be a sleep tracker. I've had one for December as well, and I am surprisingly keeping up with that. But instead of noting down how many hours I slept, this time I will mark when I slept. At the top I have numbers going from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. That should be just enough because I simply never go to bed before 10 p.m. and I wake up at 6 a.m. for work, so those 9 a.m. times might not even get reached, maybe during weekends. Right next to the sleep tracker is a small section for habit trackers. I did not want to go overboard, so I chose only 3 for January. The first one is for diet, in the sense of me minding what I eat and making healthy choices. It is nothing serious like calorie tracking, which I do, or hitting some imaginary number. I just need a reminder that I am actually doing something for my health and choosing better. Next habit I will be tracking is exercise, and I am not aiming to fill in every single day here because I am on my feet for 10 hours a day. But I plan on doing weightlifting exercises 2 or 3 times a week, no matter for how long. I just want to get back to it. The last tracker is for sleeping, and I will mark here every day I sleep more than 7 hours, which I totally failed at during December. Let's hope January will be better. Under the trackers, I have a mini section for laundry and watering plants. I like to do both during weekends, so I have 4 small circles there, each to represent a weekend. I am confident in the laundry category, but I tend to forget about my plants, so this will be a little reminder to water them. Lastly, we have a monthly to-do list. I used to have a full page for these, but it was not necessary, so I am trying half a page this time. That's what I love about bullet journaling or creative journaling. It can be adapted from month to month, and even though something might have worked for me for months, it does not mean it will work forever, and I can change it to whatever I like. I was not planning on making my daily pages yet, but I was in a flow and I was enjoying myself, so I took advantage of that. Also, I had an idea I really wanted to try. Instead of decorating lots of pages, as I have been doing lately, I am having a waterfall Dutch door this time. That way I need to decorate only one header, but I can also use a few more washi tapes on the sides. I am using more muted cream and brown colors this time, and I can still use one of the headers I printed before, which I am really happy about. This is basically like a regular Dutch door where you cut off a part of the page. It's usually the top. I like to keep the first page of the Dutch door, then cut out all the top parts after that, and then glue the first page onto the last. That way there are no offcuts visible because they are all hidden between the first and last page, and you don't have to fear about cutting too close to the middle of the journal. I usually decorate it all after I make Dutch doors, but I forgot. But because I am not cutting out the first page, I can decorate it whenever. Now comes in the waterfall part. It was totally improvised, but thankfully it worked out. So, I am cutting off a small section from the last Dutch door page, just so I could see the washi tape beneath. Then I put a different washi tape on the outer edge, and then I move on to the next page, from which I cut even more, so that I could see both pages beneath. Then I decorate it with different washi tape, and I repeat both steps until I am done with all the pages. It looks good as it is already, but I want to add more stickers in here. I have this cute and cozy sticker sheet from the Sticky Club, and it felt perfect for this theme. First I used bigger stickers across few pages, and I like them so much I used up full sticker sheet. I am really happy with how these pages turned out. And guys, that's it for my January bullet journal setup. This, especially the cover page, was slightly out of my comfort zone, but I think it turned out lovely. I am still trying to find my groove with the cover pages, but I think I am getting slightly better each time. And I was brave enough to use this vibrant orange tape in here. It made the spread less sad. I colored in few more days in the calendar, and I love how it looks. I hope it will get even more colorful by the end of the month. Tracker pages, cute and simple. This is very unusual color combination for my taste, but I like it a lot. And this has to be my favorite section of January, which is great because I will spend a lot of time on these pages. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a great and relaxing time during holidays and that you have your journals ready for next year, if you are having a journal, of course. If you'd like to see more from me, here are my 2025 journal setups and maybe something else, I don't know. Anyway, have a great week and I hope to see you soon. Bye.